I'm Clarice Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to another full moon special. What the hell, let's do 2 full moon specials just because this full moon is full on full moon. Hopefully the camera will work good today. I did have a little play around with it this morning to try and figure out if there was another way that I could do it, but there isn't. I've picked a card out already. I started shuffling before I started. If that makes sense. Before I went live, and got Lorelei. Lorelei today, which is all about power, responsibility, faith and grace. Whoa. I recorded the daily energy updates yesterday. Wow. What a week we're about to have. There's a definite storyline that goes on with it this week. Hey Donna, how are you? Hello Tanya. There's a definite storyline. Power, responsibility, fate and grace. Very much a part of the storyline that this week is going to be a good one. It's going to be life-changing this week. And there's a definite flow to it. It's not going to be a fast week, but it's going to be quite definite and important. A mermaid sits on a rock and gazes toward the ocean. A small ship floats nearby, connected with her through a rope. She has the power to decide the destiny of this ship and the fate of the crew. With a flick of her wrist, she could toss the ship against the shore, or she could let it continue its journey. What will the mermaid decide to do? She suffered great loss in her own life. Will she continue the cycle of pain, or will she allow healing and grace to calm the waters? Ooh, hey Lynn. Welcome, first timer. Hey Lindsay, hey Belinda. Ooh, you know, that's the energy, isn't it? Aries, full moon. It's like, shall I get married to them or shall I shoot them in the head? It's that kind of energy. It's like with a flick of her wrist, she can just go, gone. She's got the power. She's definitely got the power. What's she going to do with it? Wow. So yeah, still crazy energies today. We've got secrets coming out today according to my guides in the daily energy update for the 2nd, which is the full moon. It's just been, hasn't it? The full moon is just, it apexed when, I don't know, in the last hour or so. So we're only in the middle of it. Got the Hierophant. Camera's lagging again. We've got the Hierophant. I love this card. Look how happy he is. So beautiful. The Hierophant. About the spiritual teacher, spiritual lessons. It's about ascension. It's about learning lessons, for sure. Spiritual lessons. It's about maturing too. Spiritually maturing. Definitely this week, there's a lot of maturation going on. Handling situations in a completely different way than we would have before. And I think we're already doing that. Handling our lives in a completely different way than before. And that's what our higher selves are calling for at the moment, is for us to do things in a different way. Because if we carry on doing things as we did, we're going to get what we got, right? And we're all asking for new things. Hey Eva. We're all asking for new things, and so we've got to do things in a different way. And we are now. We've been led into that. So this Hierophant is getting what he wants. That's why he's so happy. He's getting what he wants at last. The stuff that he's been asking for, because those inner changes have taken place, and you actually, in the 3D world, live in a different way now, react to things in a different way, deal with people in different ways, choose different things than you chose before, that kind of thing. Been getting ready for this with our spiritual lessons. Great card to have out today, and it's the Taurus card too, so I like that. Taurus is pretty awesome. We've got the Hierophant and we've got the Empress. Let's get another card out. Just began 3 hours ago. Yeah, I woke up super early, but I went to bed super early too, so not feeling particularly tired. Oh, so remember, a fiery climax approaches. That's what the Aries full moon is about. It's like everything blows up. These are my personal cards, reunion of souls. What's going on? I also got go for it, self-love, and go within this moment for today. Anyway, let's get a tarot card out. Another tarot card. Hey, Lisa. So my life was quite boring yesterday compared to the last few days. I major dramas. I just worked. Oh no, I didn't. I trained and I worked. That's all I did. Trained and worked. And then trained. And then slept. And today I'm doing the same. I'm going to try and get those energy updates done today for each star sign because I'm feeling good. I might as well do them. Or I could do a pick a card read. Nobody gave me any. What do you want me to do next for a pick a card read? What would you like to know? Like, the relationship ones are fun, aren't they? I've already done who's coming in. I've done who you're going to marry. I've done how do they feel about you. What else can I do for pick a card reads? I might do that today. Because more people watch the pick a card reads than the energy updates. I know the energy updates are really useful. But we get the dailies, you know. What should I do for a pick a card read? Right. Page of Voices. Ooh. Well, the Page of Voices eventually came out about details, little details. Oh, it's about the secrets that are coming out. Secrets, no, it's like a truth gets revealed today. It's not really secrets, but a truth gets revealed today. And it's not necessarily something that was a lie before, but maybe something that was held back before, and it makes everything make sense. We get to make sense of stuff. And it's the little details that you got to pay attention to. This is like the card of scrutiny. Well, it's a card of secrets coming out. Page of Voices, it's truth coming out. But in this particular deck, she's got her glasses on there and she's looking carefully at the details. You know I've got 3 kids. You know when you've got 3 kids and then something happens, and then you've got to find out what the truth is, and they're all standing there looking guilty as hell. And you ask each one of them what the truth is, and they all tell you some different shit. And then you've got to scrutinize the details and realize what the truth is behind it. It's like that. So there might be truth coming at all angles, coming from all angles. It reminds me of when I lived in Uganda. There was some problem with a lady that had married a German there a long time ago. A Ugandan lady. And they'd broken up. I think he died, in fact. I think she gave him HIV and he died. But she felt like she had a claim. It was a charity. She felt she had a claim to a charity as if it was to the land and stuff and to the money that was coming in. Anyway, there's this big court case, and there is kind of a mixture between tribal law and Western law. So we went to the courthouse, but the courthouse decided that we'd all go to the land and do it there. Anyway, of course, the witnesses. All the damn time, and they blame each other. I know, right? And yeah, the witnesses, it was funny because everyone's telling the tale, you know, and you could so tell which ones were lying. And it's funny because the judge, of course the judge knew. The judge picked up on the fact that the ones that were lying on behalf of this woman had new clothes on that still had the creases in them. And this judge said to them, why did you get your clothes to come to this today? And they're like, like a kid. Did the accused, or whatever she was called, buy them for you so that you'd say something? And they're like, It reminds me of that. This energy reminds me of that. Like, got to look at the details today, not take it on face value, because there could still be some lies about, or people, sometimes it's not lies, sometimes it's just the way that people see it, perceive the situation. Because sometimes we can be in the same situation, perceive it very different ways, and then we have a different story to tell after that. And so, spiritual lessons here around the truth. You get to decide, remember. Lorelei here, she says, you get to decide. With the flick of a wrist, you can say, no way, not a chance. You've got the power there. Hey, Karen. I was just thinking about my comment on Facebook, Karen. Okay, what cards should we get out? What shall I do for my next pick a card read? Come on, guys, help me out here. What would you most like to know in a pick a card read? I feel like Wisdom of the Oracle. I always go for these first, don't I, in Psychic Cafe for some reason. It's rare that I reach for them at other times, these cards. I do love this deck, but I can't work very well with it. Karen's such a Karen. I'm joking. I kind of feel sorry for everyone called Karen at the moment. Getting a ribbon. Oh, orphaned, yes. That's the card that came out in the daily, and it's come out in so many of them too. This is the problem. This is one of the problems. Is that childhood wounds are coming up, and we're being asked to change how we deal with things so that we can have what we want now. And this orphan wound, the abandonment wound, there goes the camera. Oh, it's back. So the orphan wound, it causes us to run from things, to not face things, to leave before someone else can leave, to flick our wrist and go, ooh, not dealing with this, to get into the Queen of Swords energy and go, no, not doing this, to close our hearts down before we can be orphaned, right? We choose it. It's like, when you get the inkling that someone is going to dump you, you dump them first. It's that energy. So watch out for that. You're changing your name. How and when the money comes in. Oh, that's a good one, yeah. I'd love to know if I'll find someone that loves me the way I am. So, I don't know how I could phrase that one. Who would love you, right? Who's going to, I don't know, making money. Something money, okay. Yeah, hey Janita. Well, the money one, yeah. The love ones are fun. But, okay, back to the orphan card. It's the number 5 card, which means change to me. We need to change this. We need to stop reacting to it. It's the orphan wound, it's the abandonment wound, it's the everything that I just said. That's what's bringing this stuff up. Let's get one of these out. Stick around, everyone, because I will be doing mini reads for everyone. And yeah, after I've done this general bit for the collector. Money. How and when money will come in. It's a good one. But you know what my readings are like? It's all going to be the stuff behind it. It annoys me. Because everyone wants details of like the how, and then it's never given. Like the inner how is given, but not the outer how. I know, it gets annoying. It annoys me. Dissolving judgments today. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. Yeah, we're going through it right now, aren't we, with this full moon, for sure. Don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. I can let others just do what they're doing, not react to them so much because of this. Orphaned. So we're dissolving judgments with this full moon. We also got balance in the brain out here. You know how we got the grounding card yesterday in that deck? We got to smell the roses, stop and smell the roses to ground ourselves. Now we've got balancing the brain, which is pretty similar to me. And I just want to take this top card off it as well. Have 3. If we're having 2, we might as well have 3. Rewriting the subconscious. I feel this is what we're doing. We're rewriting the way that we deal with stuff because of our childhood wounds. I didn't know how healing this one was, but I guess it is. It's a healing full moon in its craziness. I was watching my energy update today, and I was disagreeing with myself because I got 3 tarot cards. Did you notice? 3 tarot cards out this time, or 3 rows, 3 columns. And the third one, I didn't get it right. I'm like, no, it's about healing. The star came out, and yeah, I was getting something different from it when I watched it today. It's like, nah, this is about healing. So we're rewriting the subconscious. It says, the more I embrace feeling good, the less often I'll feel bad. It's stating the obvious, but it's true. The more I embrace feeling good, the less often I'll feel bad. So we've got to kind of ignore what other people are doing at the moment, like that card said, so that we're not in reaction all the time. Danita, experienced breast cancer. Oh no. Hey Crystal. Hey Lightworker. Rewriting the subconscious so that we deal with things in a different way. Who knew? That's what this full moon is all about. So the craziness is bringing that stuff up. Or the craziness is happening to make us want to run. And it's like, here you go. Here's your orphaned, your abandonment wound. Here it is again. What are you going to do with it this time? Run. Run. Let's get one of these out. I already got the reunion of souls out of this deck, so you guys can't have that. It's just for me today. Focus on the positive, laugh at the negative. Right. Got 2 out. Ascension. Yes. Retreat. The running card. Retreat. Oh, we can retreat without running, can't we? We can do a little run. We can just step back and breathe and think about it and ask ourselves, is this reaction that I want to do? Let's look at the details, isn't it? Is this reaction that I'm really wanting to have right now part of my orphan, my abandonment issue? So retreat and look at ourselves. Retreat and have a long look at ourselves in the mirror, Because look, the Hierophant says there's a huge spiritual lesson in this. Maybe a spiritual lesson that our higher selves have been trying to teach us since childhood. Probably. Hey, Cherie. Yeah, you're saw that this morning. Message concerning me hearing a voice this morning. Scared you. Yeah, well, same. That's what my readings are. And you know, I still see people, but now it's a PTSD thing. When I see people in my room at night, because I used to be attacked as a child at night in my bed, woken up, physically being attacked by human beings, 3D, family members, being beaten up, and from a very young age. And so now that's my vulnerable place is bed. I should be the safe space, right? But it's not for me. And so whenever I get in stress now, that can come back, and people show up. Not really people show up, but it's there, you know. I'll wake up and I'll see someone there, and the way I react to it now is very different because I actually go for the attack. So I fly out of bed to attack them now. That's very different than I used to. But yeah, it used to scare me. I mean, the whole visual stuff and the hearing stuff when I'm not working. Yeah, fine when I'm doing my readings. Just give it all of me because it's helpful. It's not helpful when it's my personal life, you know, when I'm trying to get to sleep or be asleep or whatever. And so I asked my guides to stop that stuff. It's like, I don't need that stuff. It's not helpful. I don't want my gift for that. I don't want me to be scared by that stuff. I just want my gift when I'm working, and that's it. Just to help people and just to help me, and that's it. And yeah, then it will calm down and I stop seeing these. Because it's scary, right? So maybe you can do something like that, Cherie. Just ask. Like, take this away, I don't like this bit, but keep this bit. Like being at a restaurant and being picky. Just do that. So, retreat rather than run. To look at the details and ask ourselves, is my reaction, the reaction that I want to do right now, is that my wound? Because we've got ascension. We can actually rise above, out of this. We can actually take our vibration even higher when we get over this and do things differently. And as I said, if we've been asking for more in our lives, our higher selves are constantly trying to get us to that vibration where we can let it in. And if you keep on doing what you did, if you keep on reacting to things the way that you reacted to things, if you keep those issues there and don't heal them, don't ascend out of them, then the vibration won't rise. So we have no idea. We're all pretty high vibing, right? But we have no idea. Just imagine if you don't have those issues anymore. I mean, if you don't, yeah, just imagine. Imagine what life could be like. Yeah, Cherie, give it a go. Ask guides. Say, look, this is not on. I don't want to be scared by this stuff. I want to use my gift to help people. I don't want to be scared. And that made all the difference too, to me. It made it so much more controllable. And it's like, oh, now my gift's useful. Now it's just useful and I can use it for my work much better than it just being always on and feeling like a victim of it, feeling like I'm not in control of it. See the image of a phoenix rising? Do you want to see an image of it right now? I'll show you. There you go. Phoenix rising. Yeah, those energies are about today. Huh? The phoenix rising, from adversity. That's another thing about this full moon as well, that my guides have been saying, from adversity. Oh my God, look, the orphan. Well, that's what it's all about then. I'm glad I did a full moon special again. We didn't get it all, did we, yesterday? We've got part of the story, but not all of the story. Okay, third. Right. Got the mother. We started off with the mother, right? So for some people, this is the mother wound. Relationship with mother. And experiences as a mother as well. I've got mother wounds, both of them. I've got my mother wounds, and I've got being a mother wound. Huge one with that. Little egg there. Love my tattoo. Thank you. Oh, your youngest name is Phoenix. 3. Oh, gorgeous. The mother wounds. Okay, so mother wounds are coming up. It could be the orphan thing as well, connected with this. But these are the deepest wounds we're being asked to heal now. You have a non-physical phoenix guide. Oh, white phoenix, Celine. Phoenix is a lovely name. That's cool. Mother. Yeah, mother wounds. I'm not going to go deep into that. I could tell you all about mine, but it'd be boring. Not boring, but the orphan. So we've got orphaned, and we've got the orphan. It's orphan wounds for sure. Abandonment. These 2 wounds is what it's all about. This full moon, for people that are watching me. Of course, my readings are just for people that are watching me. It's not for everybody. It's for people that are watching me. That's what's coming up for us now. Hey, Chris. You keep dreaming of your mother lately. Wow. There you go, HV. Something coming up to be healed there. Hey, Maria. Yeah. You watching on your TV? Yeah, I'll do the mini reads shortly. We'll get into this. I feel she wants to send a message, can't interpret. Oh, you need a reading, HV. Yeah, and then we've got the ring. This is what it's about. Relationships are hanging on this. Or commitment to ourselves too. I kept on getting that in the daily read, the energy update for today. Friday, the 2nd of October. It's Friday already. It's about commitment, committing to ourselves, self-love, commitment in relationships, commitment to family, stuff like just committing instead of running. The ring is about commitment. Hi, Cam. Yeah, that's what it's holding us back from. So this is why. So if you've been asking for like a committed relationship and you think, I'm ready. No, you're not. The camera's not ready. Oh, it's just come back again. This is what it's about, healing this stuff, so yeah. So my full moon readings, my private ones, which one should we put on top? We'll put the ring on top. My private full moon readings are half price at the moment, and then later on today, my half price weekend sale will start, and it's on my biggest block readings this week. So yeah, just on the homepage of my website there is the best place to look for the half price sale, because it'll switch over at the same time. I mean, at one particular time it'll switch over from one to the other. Right, let's get some cards out. Who wants a reading? I don't think I need to go more deeper into that in the collective, because that was pretty evident, wasn't it, about what today's part of the full moon is. Wow, like you'd be blown away by the daily reads this time. If it's your story, it's a very particular story. Okay, let's do me first. What, this abandonment and stuff like that. For me, it makes me feel vulnerable to be included, to stay there, be included. Because why? Because they could abandon me like everybody else. So I've got to be vulnerable and include myself. Not including myself with those dickheads. Loma, yes, but not the rest of them. He's got his stuff to deal with. Okay, Sherry L is first. Sherry L. Right, Sherry L. Your stuff is flowing with your friends, maybe not romantic relationships, or maybe not in your abundance as well. But it's like you've sorted this problem. You've sorted this issue out with your friends. It's like you've got over it in one aspect of your life, in your friendships. That bit is flowing. And so the way that you deal with things with your friends is the way that you need to start dealing with things with your money and in romantic relationships as well. Sherry. So you've already figured it out with friendships. Tanya. Forgiveness. Yes, this was in the daily energy update as well about forgiveness. And maybe having the belief before that forgiveness is all about being soft and loving and being a pushover. Well, what if you need to forgive an abuser? You don't want to be open and soft and loving with them. You can forgive them and have very strong boundaries. You better forgive them and have very strong boundaries, because they're just going to abuse you again if you're open. And so there's something about forgiveness today that we've got to do it in a different way than we've done it before. Because we're talking about stuff that's coming up around this full moon. It's the Aries stuff, it's the war stuff, it's conflict, it's fights, it's bullies, it's abuse, it's all of that horrible stuff coming up. So we've got to deal with it in a different way. Yeah. So forgiveness. Tanya. Empowered forgiveness. Lindsay. You're ordering now, Crystal. You'll break my camera. It breaks my camera when something happens on my phone. Lindsay, what have you got? The camera's lagging so I can't see. I'm appreciated. Forgive self. Choices. Forgiving yourself for choices that you've made in the past. So it's about self-trust, this, Lindsay. You've made choices in the past that haven't worked out so well, and then you're blaming yourself and you're not forgiving yourself for that. As if I've messed up my life. I made that choice. I can't seem to change these choices that I'm making. But look at all these cards that are coming out. This is your higher self saying, yes, you can change it. You just need to change the way that you react to things because of these wounds. So appreciate yourself more. It's all been lessons. It's all about us. Our lives are all about us. It's not about the external stuff. It's not about finding a soulmate. It's not about making a lot of money. It's not about doing things in the world, really. It's all about our growth and who we become. Because we don't take any of it with us, do we, when we die? We only take ourselves with us. Consciousness. Our energy. Our soul. How we've developed ourselves. And so it's all about us. Otherwise we'd take that stuff with us and we don't. Lisa. Lisa. Interesting. The strong one. You got to let that go. Being the strong one. I wonder, was your mum the strong one or not? Or the opposite, the weak one, so you decided to be the strong one? You got to let that go. It's like it's a mask, being the strong one. You're not going to get what you want. You know, we've got to let go of that strength thing to be loved, don't we? We can't do it. We can't have like massive walls around ourselves, like I'm the strong one, and be vulnerable and be loved at the same time. Just like when we're an overgiver, I used to be an overgiver. When we're an overgiver, we can't receive because there's no space to receive if you've done everything. It's like when I stayed with my mum years ago. Well, it was a very long time ago. Because she hasn't spoken to me for 10 years. 9 years. 9.5 years. But when I stayed with her one time, she cleans like obsessively. And then she got angry at me one day. She's like, "Why do you never clean?" I said, "Because it's clean. Everything is clean. It needs to get dirty before I clean. Because I can't be obsessive." It's that kind of thing. You've got to make space. You've got to not be the strong one to allow someone else to be the strong one. That's courageous in itself. So give that one up, Lisa, being the strong one. Crystal, you're ordering now, but you're going to get a mini. Ooh. Anxiety. Crystal, you're anxious. Don't know whether you know that. We never know how we feel. I mean, we do know how we feel, but we don't know how it compares to everyone else. So you could be like really anxious and think it's normal to feel like that because we can't feel anyone else's feelings. Even if we're empaths, we can't. We feel what we might feel in their situation. It's projection. Ouch. So, relax. How can you relax? How can you come down from that anxiety? It's like a deer in the headlights kind of thing, feeling that I'm getting for it, always like what's going to happen, and anxiety where you think I'm about to be attacked, that kind of thing. That could be coming from that orphan wound, or abuse kind of a wound as well. So the thoughts that you're not safe, that's the problem. There's thoughts that you're not safe and you need to convince yourself that you're safe and relax. Wow, a bit heavy. Karen. Interesting. Grace and compassion. Yes. You know what I was just saying about forgiveness? How we can believe that we need to be really soft and pliable and a pushover and just be really and like love people even though they're being really bad, like not stand up for ourselves, that kind of thing. It's like compassion, but unbalanced compassion. It's too much. It's like overgiving compassion. Compassion's got to be balanced. Like love, there's got to be balance. There's got to be a balance of self-love and loving other people. Can't miss ourselves out, right? And same with compassion. Don't miss yourself out on that. And so is that if you've got the choice to piss someone off, don't choose you, choose them. You need to be compassionate with yourself. And this is when your grace is going to kick in, when you get that balance of the compassion for yourself, right? Or when you just start to be compassionate for yourself. Be compassionate for yourself first and then extend your compassion to others. Same with love. Love yourself first and then extend it to others. You've got to start putting yourself first. That's when that grace will kick in. Grace being getting everything that you want. Shri. Resisting getting what you want. Shri, you're resisting getting what you want. I've got biggest block readings on half price sale this weekend. Be a good one. So biggest block readings that go into what your resistance is, where it came from, how to release it. Pretty powerful readings. But you're not allowing it in. Could be this stuff, this orphan stuff, the running stuff. It could be you ask for something and actually run away from it. Or ask for something and then close your curtains, lock your door, don't let it in, that kind of thing. There's something inside of you that's resisting getting what you want. I don't know, it could be anything. Eva. Got to be good enough alone before you can be good enough with someone else. Time alone to feel, and you've got to feel good enough while you're alone, like enjoying your life, being happy by yourself. When we really master that, that's when luck comes in. You know, like I've always said, my life changed completely when I got that self-love thing. And what it was for me was making my work not be about this, but my work be me. I'm my work now, looking after me, looking after my health, looking after my emotional state, looking after myself like I'm a child and putting myself in the best place is really, really taking care of myself. When I decided that's my full-time job now, is looking after me, that was self-love. And yeah, it didn't take long. It didn't take long for it all to start flowing in from other people. And now look at me now, I can be in like a super radical Thai drama, like a soap opera with craziness going on, like I can't even explain it. And I'm safe. And I'm not only safe, but I'm supported by those around me. It's like I'm still being loved. Yeah. So the time alone is about that, Eva, as you get into that point of self-love. Donna. Ooh. Got the Lover's card, Donna. I am that. Yeah, there's a lot of twin flame energy around at the moment. I never used to bring it up in my readings, but I can't help but do it now because there is a lot of that going on. You are that. But what is this? So we've seen like the orphan wound, the mother wound. We've seen, so the mother wound, it can cause us to be like overgiving. It can cause us to be codependent. And what was the other one? There was another one that came up, another wound. I can't remember. But there's something to change, there's something to look at in yourself. You know how I said to get something different than we've been getting, we need to change ourselves, we need to do something differently, and it's the way that we've been reacting to things. So there's a pattern that you've got from a wound that is keeping you away from this lovers that you are, the lover that you are. Did you, Crystal, already? Chris, me pleased? You pleased? Ooh. Not according to the cards, you're not, Chris. You got blame and move away. So you're wanting to blame. You're wanting a reason behind stuff. You're wanting to justify things or explain things. Wanting a reason. Wanting to logic things. Wanting to have a logical reason behind stuff, which is a blame kind of thing. It's good for our ego that, like, our ego wants to do that. It is our ego that's doing that because it wants to protect us. But what's it protecting us from? From seeing the truth about how we're doing it ourselves. You know, it's like my abuse story. You know, for many years I was the victim. And when you're in that victim, that's the blame game. Yeah. And I could never see my part in it. I couldn't see that what I needed to do was empower myself and stand up for myself and build up my confidence and learn how to Muay Thai. Defend myself, speak out and all of that. So that's what you're moving away from. And that's what's going to allow you to move, Chris, when you're doing that. I mean, you're getting readings and stuff. You are taking responsibility. You're learning about it. But there's a reasoning that is still the blame game. I don't think you're picking up on that. Danita? Is that how I say it? Ah, serious. So yours is about money. Oh. Yeah. No, I was just thinking breast cancer, the mother wound. There goes the camera. Are we back? No. Hang on. Let me start the camera off again. No, it's back. No, it's not back. It is back. Danita. Wait. Take all accounts online and close that down so it's not... I don't like it the way it does that. Apple. You know when the mail has a problem, it just starts bouncing up and down to get your attention at the bottom of the screen when you're busy doing something else. Right, Danita. Okay, breast cancer, mother wounds. Mother wounds, like both ways, mother wounds. You mothering and your mother. Very strong connection there with a lot of work that I've done with people and health readings and stuff. There's a very strong connection between mother wounds and breast cancer. So you might want to look into that, Danita. But your guidance for today, for this full moon, it's about abundance. It's about not being so serious, knowing that you can, and you will, get abundance when you're having a good time, not when you're being serious. So society might teach us that we need to be serious and we need to prove ourselves. And I mean, that's not really abundance. Like abundance, if you look at all the people that have got like abundance, they're having a great time. They're doing what they love and they're having a great time. And so you need to allow yourself to have a good time, to lighten up. Not so serious for abundance, to receive it, you see, because it's about receiving, it's not about working for it. You need to offer something for it for sure, but it needs to be a good time. HV. What does HV stand for? I'm asking you all these questions and then I'm not scrolling down to look at your answers. I will though. What time is it? Almost time for training. Oh, HV, healing. Yeah, it's a very healing time. So these old childhood wounds are coming up to be healed, and be firmer in that. Don't back out of it this time when it gets to the yucky stuff, the emotional stuff. Oh, it's hard. The childhood healing, because we need to feel it to heal it. And so you need to get back to the worst feelings that you had when you were a child and feel them all over again. It's the only way to heal it. And then express it. Be firmer in that, stick with it. I feel like you've been there before, but got so uncomfortable that you backed out of it, and I don't know. You know, it's like what I used to do when I almost got there before to feeling it, is that I would be so upset, so emotional, and I'd probably have a drink. Yeah, probably have a bottle of wine, and that backs me out of it, so that I don't carry on with it. So stick with it this time. Keep going. Don't hit the bottle of wine or whatever your sabotage is to not feel things anymore. The numbing agent, you know. It doesn't have to be a substance. It can be stuff that you do. Lynn. Ooh. Thank you, Lynn. About my tattoo and the order as well. Oh, Lynn. Sabotaging love. Sabotaging love. Yeah. Running, blowing it up. Arguments. That's what I'm getting from you. Is that what you do, Lynn? You get triggered. You're feeling something and you're like, I know, let's have an argument. They're about to dump me, I'll dump them first. Oh, they're triggering me in some way, let's have an argument about something stupid. Or running, it could be a runner too. That's your gateway into the healing of these wounds that's coming up. I had no idea it was going to be about this today. Everyone click like. Yes, thanks Chris for reminding everyone. Please click like. It takes you like a second and it really helps my channel. Where am I at? Where am I at? Sherry, wow, thanks, just what I needed. You're welcome. It's hardcore stuff. Yes. Leonie, you're late. Full moon. You're excused. Okay, Leonie. Trouble. Right, this is what this full moon is all about. It's trouble coming up for us to show us how we deal with things, because the way that we're dealing with things is part of our childhood wounding to be healing. You know, follow your knowing, you know about a friend that's been in trouble at the moment. Use your intuition and then notice how you want to react to things. Retreat, take a step back. It's a very clear mirror that's going on at the moment. Probably, you know, we've got 2 full moons this month. There's one at the end on Halloween, when the veil is the thinnest, right? So maybe this whole month is gearing up to that. The veil's getting thinner and thinner. The universe is trying to wake us up to what we're doing to ourselves. Tanya, spot on. Boundaries are set. Not going to be a pushover any longer. Good. Actions speak louder than words. I no longer care so much about hearing I love you. Show me. Exactly. Tanya, yes. Love isn't a feeling. It's something you decide to do. That's what I've been saying like over and over again. It doesn't matter if they're their soulmate. It doesn't matter if they're your twin flame. It doesn't matter how you feel about each other. It doesn't matter at all. A relationship has got to be 2 people committed to it, wanting to build something together, wanting to put the effort in. If both people aren't doing that, it's not a relationship. The rest of the stuff doesn't matter. It does matter, like it's got to be there. That stuff has got to be there. But those 2 people have to decide on it. So how many people are out there saying, oh, but I've met my twin flame, but they're not. No, if they're not in, they're not in. If they're not in it, they're not in it. It's not saying that they won't, it's always going to be that way. But we need to set ourselves free. Your mum was the strong one, Lisa. Don't know how not to be strong. Who are you without your strength? I mean, strength is a good thing, but I was just getting in your reading that it's a bit of a mask too. You still will be strong, but it'll be more of a, once you get to the bottom of this, Lisa, it'll be more of an open, you'll be able to choose between the 2, you know, between the Queen of Cups and between the Queen of Swords. You got the Queen of Swords. To be the Queen of Cups, just being open to it's being the Empress, isn't it? Being all of the queens, so that you can bring whichever queen you need to in each moment. You can bring her out. Tanya, my mum told me don't let them see you sweat. Right. Put your masks on, Tanya. Don't show them who you are. Don't be feminine and vulnerable and open. Don't receive a thing. My mother's obsessive compulsive and I'm not. About cleaning. Oh God, I've got cleaners. I live in a resort because I don't want to do anything. I'm that lazy. You're welcome, Karen. You're welcome, Tanya. You're welcome, Cherie. Drew the resistance card 2 days in a row, Danita. Wow, there you go. Yeah, wait for this weekend. Well, later on today it will be for me. My half price sale on my biggest block readings will be on. Bring it on, Donna. Lover. Lover, Donna. You're welcome, Eva and Crystal. Danita. Mother. Fireball. Heather. Oh, I'll try and remember that. HV is Heather. Right on the money. Chris, did I do you? Did I? Maria. Let me see if I can find you, Chris. I did you. Yeah, I remember doing you. What was it about? I did. Because it said me pleased, and I said you're not pleased. Yours was about blame, Chris. Yours was about blame. Getting out of the blame game. Yeah, I did you. Maria, did I do you? When was Maria's? I don't remember yours, Maria. I don't think I've done you. Yeah, not done you, Maria. Okay, Maria's the last one, and then I'm going training because it's 6 minutes to training time. Doesn't matter. I did, Chris. Because you wrote me pleased. And I said, you're pleased? Your higher self doesn't think so, because your cards were blame and move away. These ones were yours. You're alright, I forgive you. But I'll forgive you in an empowered way, Chris. Don't do it again. Maria, touch and reach out. Oh, yeah, you've got to be the one that reaches out here. So if you've got some kind of a conflict going on with somebody, you've got to be the one that reaches out to initiate that, and I don't think you want to. Remember, I got these cards a few days ago for myself that I needed to initiate, and I'm like, I don't want to, I really don't want to, but I did, and then it all blew up. But it was a good thing that it blew up, and I see now everything that's happening now needs to happen, for sure. Everything out there, the gym over there. It's a good thing I've got my old gym to run to. Not to run to retreat to. So Maria, yeah, you've got to be the one that reaches out in that conflict. Whoever you've got a conflict with. It could be a past conflict as well. It's got to do with these wounds, and reach out, like blow that stuff up. I feel like you're Maria, that you're trying to avoid it, trying to keep the peace and trying to avoid it, but don't avoid it. As I said, when I got those cards out, I reached out, I initiated, and it all turned to shit. We ended up breaking up, and all kinds of crap. I can't even tell you what it is, because shit might go down, and I don't want to incriminate myself. That's how stupid it is. But it needs to happen, right? It just needs to come out. This stuff needs to come out, and you need to see your part in it. As in the wounds that cause you to deal with things in the way that you've been dealing with them, as in not dealing with them, not confronting it, not wanting to blow it up, not wanting that stuff to happen. Because it cleans it up. It's the storm, right? That was in the daily energy update today. This full moon, it's a good way to end this. This full moon is like the storm that clears the air and washes everything away. You know when you have a storm and then the air is all clean and the temperature's dropped and it's crisp and everything's cleaned, everything's been washed away. We can't avoid the storms and the conflict. We've got to get in there, especially this full moon, because we'll learn a lot from it. Not a runner, Lynn, but my ex just did after 10 great years. Wow. Wow. Yeah, maybe. Okay, thank you everyone for coming along. I'll be here tomorrow probably. I'm going to try and get those energy updates out. Get them all done today and get them out. Thanks for your ideas of the abundance. Yeah, I think the energy updates, I'll do them. Have a great day, night, full moon, everybody. And I'll see you next time, tomorrow probably.